here today to help Kevin. You see, Kevin's a boy my age, around 14, who has been running experiments to try to figure out what girls find attractive. Now, he's been running these experiments on his friends and his family to try and figure this out. Well, I'm here hopefully to make it his last experiment ever so he can finally put this to rest. Well, Kevin's just about given up on his experiments, so it's my job to finish them for him. Oh look, a text from Kevin. I wonder what it says. Everything I was learning about romance was so ordinary. Where were the butterflies in your gut, and the shaking hands, and the wanting to build big white Taj Mahals in India to prove your love? I'd really been hoping for some grand and sweeping gestures. I think big. Always have. I think this is kind of important. It shows Kevin's motives and how he's just about given up on his experiments. Well, it's going to be a big surprise for him when he sees all the data we collect from these experiments. Okay, for this experiment, I plan on interviewing couples and figuring out what makes the relationship work. I will then give the finished video to Kevin and see what he can take from it. Now we'll start by interviewing our friends John Paul and Sam. Hi John Paul, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Alright, well awesome. First question is, how long have you two been together?
About a couple months.
Wow, so what keeps you two so happy?
Well, we like to keep things simple. We're always honest with each other and we love spending time together.
We also have a lot in common, which is important.
Interesting. I'll definitely keep these things in mind. Thank you.
See ya.
We have definitely learned some important qualities from our friends John Paul and Sam. Let's see if we can get something out of our friends Goober and Betsy. Hey guys, can I ask you a few questions about your relationship?
Sure thing, dude.
What are some important qualities you like about each other?
Well, Goober is funny and outgoing. It's never a dull moment with him.
And you, Goober?
Well, Betsy's just awesome, man.
Well, that's great. Thanks so much, you guys.
Peace, bro.
I think we got some really great insight as to what makes for a good relationship, and I hope that Kevin can use some of that insight to talk to his crush Tina. Now, Kevin's story is a really great one. The author, Gary Paulsen, makes him a very funny and relatable character. His book is a page-turner, and I, of course, am a main supporting character. I mean, the horror to think of what kind of ending would occur if I was not a part of this story. Well, anyways, you would like this story, Crush, if you are a high schooler going through the same instances that Kevin is, or even if you're not. I mean, Kevin's such a very funny character, and this is shown throughout the book, that it would be enjoyable for anybody. I can't even imagine why Tina wouldn't like Kevin, and you should see for yourself if Tina does fall for Kevin and his story. Oh look, a copy of the story itself, so you can see what it looks like. Crush by Gary Paulsen. Oh, here's Kevin now. Hey Kevin,
Hey.
I was just trying to finish up your experiment and I kind of got carried away pretending to be a sales pitch for our story.
That's okay. Did you at least make a good sales pitch?
I think so. Anyone who watches this video will want to read the book immediately.
I'm sure they would. What'd you find out?
Well, I did find out that the story is really great.
Katie.
Because a lot of readers would be able
Katie.
to relate to your story and it's believable.
Katie.
It's a great realistic fiction piece, and the author, Gary Paulsen, gives you a lot of hope to overcome your obstacles. There is one moral lesson,
Katie.
and that is sometimes you have to take initiative to get what you want instead of going through others. I mean, this story is one that anyone could relate to and would
Katie.
enjoy reading.
Katie.
Oh, yes?
I mean, what'd you find out about the experiments?
Oh, sorry, Kevin. I kind of got carried away talking about our story again. Here, let me show you the experiment that I ran through the videos.